Hey, everybody. Good morning. Good afternoon. Hey, Eve, darling. Squirrely girl. My ranch. How are you guys? Hey, Rhonda. How you doing, Rhonda? Hope you're doing well. I don't think I need to turn my light on today. We're just gonna go over some things today. Um, I'm gonna talk about some things with the Summer Wells case. Hey, Texaholic. I'm going to pull out some of my notes. Hey, Poppy Red Mustang. I'm going to show some uh, interviews with Don Wells that I think are kind of interesting. Hey, AC. Hey, Kiki's Eyes. AC, thank you so much for sharing with us yesterday. That meant a lot. I want you to know that. Well, there's Bob. What you doing, Bob? I don't see you over here very often, Bob, but it's good to have you over here. Hey, Patty. Patty Ponytail. Yes, I just to let you know, AC, I did privatize that because I want to edit out my little ranty shit at the beginning. That live is a very good live, and I don't want any nonsense in it. So, hey, Teresa. Kiki, are you doing good today? I figured I'd ask you, how's your day been? Hey, Prissy Missy. I love that name, Missy. That's what my family calls me. My stepmom still calls me Missy. My sister that passed away used to call me Missy Mary. Since I'm an older adult. When I got older, that's what she called me, Missy Mary. So we're going to go over a few things today. I'm going to pull out some of my notes. You guys know I have many, many notes. Well, hello, Eddie. I've got a big bag of notes in the Summer Wells case. Well, it got dark. Let me turn my light on so I can see what the F I'm doing. So, yes, I will re-release the live from yesterday. I just want to take out the first part of it. You guys know I don't like to talk nonsense and then have a great live, and then you've got the nonsense at the start of it. So they called you Priss. You know what? Hey, Sassy. Hey, Flies. You know what got me? Because when Jose called Summer Half Pint, that's what my family used to call me when I was little, too. They would call me Half Pint, too. Yeah, when he said that, it just really kind of blew my mind, if you know what I mean. So let's see, where do I want to start this? There's just a lot of things I want to go over. And I know a lot of people ask me things and how I feel about things. Please feel free to ask me how I feel about anything. Today, I know yesterday I had a couple people ask me how I felt on a couple things concerning summer, and I didn't really reply on how I felt about what they were saying, only because what we were talking about yesterday wasn't in tune with that. So feel free, you guys, if you want my opinion on anything, feel free to give me your opinion. Just please make sure you put in my opinion or I think or I believe. It definitely makes a difference when I see it in chat. If you have a comment, If you put a C, then it catches my eye more. If you have a question, you put a Q, it catches my eye more. Um, I don't I don't ask you guys to do that because I'm being a bitch or anything like that. It's just so much easier when I look at my chat to know kind of where you're going with what you're saying. And it does make it a little easier for me. Um, a lot of my subs know that I love interacting with my chat. That is a big part of my channel, to interact with my chat. Welcome everybody who's coming in. My mods do a wonderful job at doing that. I think I got some of the best mods on YouTube, in my opinion. And so that's just kind of how we roll over here. We do get trolls in here, and a lot of times I mess with them. I can't help myself. If somebody comes in to troll me, they're going to get roasted. Bottom line. But feel free to throw them out of here, mods. You know, I don't care. Doesn't make me no difference. There's a lot of it's really weird, some of the emails and stuff I get, people giving their opinions on other people that's talk smack about me and stuff like that. And that's all fine and dandy. I really don't care. I just am thankful that people are so supportive of me and my channel. That means more to me than anything. Being respectful to each other in chat definitely makes me know that my channel is evolving into what I really, really want it to be. And you guys do that. So give yourselves a thumbs up on that. So everybody, welcome to my channel, Opinions and Theories with No Repercussions. I commentate. If you get a little education, that's a thumbs up. Some things are alleged, in my opinion. Theories, y'all know how it goes over here. Of course, there's a trigger warning everywhere on my channel. You guys know how I am, so I always put it all over my channel. Also, I use fair use, which is something I love to do over here. So that'll be about it. Welcome to my channel. Yes, we're getting close to Halloween. Woot woot. My granddaughter, I know she's so excited. She loves Halloween. She loves dressing up. She loves making her own costumes. That girl is a talent. She really is. I used to have a picture of her in my email of the mask that she did. I'll have to poke over here and see if I can find it. Oh, I don't think it's going to let me because I've got too many tabs pulled up at the moment. But I'll go in and see if I can find it. I don't see H in the house, but I want to congratulate H for sure. H. Davis does a lot of things for the Indiana Special Olympics. He is a very, very big part of it. Hey, there he is. Oh, you don't celebrate Halloween? That's okay, H. Some people don't. It's all good in this hood. I was just talking about you, H. And, you know, he is very involved with the Special Olympics of Indiana. And he sent me, H, I'm going to share this email you sent me. Okay? Because I think it's very important. And I want to give you a lot of credit for this. Okay? Okay, wait. Oh, wait, what's this one? Oh, it's the letter. H is a very, very involved person with the Special Olympics. I am so proud of him. I am very proud of you. And it says, H, thank you for your incredible... Oh, wait a minute, I can't read it. Oh, your incredible job as an MC at the state conference. Wow, Age. I could not get in front of as many people as you have and give a speech. I commend you for that. Hey, Selena. Who did I miss? Karen. Nana for life. We Scottish Mom. So it says, thank you for your incredible job as an MC at the state conference. You did an amazing job, and we really appreciate your enthusiasm, energy, and positive attitude that you brought to the project. Thank you for sharing your talents with the Special Olympics Indiana team. You were awesome. That is wonderful, Age. I am so proud of you. Everybody give Age a round of applause. Hey, State of Confusion. Super duper proud of you, Age. Super duper. And thank you for being involved with that. I think that is, you know, a very highly prestigious organization. And you've got it going on, Age. You've got it going on for sure. So thank you very much for that. Hey, Jenna. So very proud. Super duper proud. Hey, Teresa. That is awesome. That is awesome. It changed your life. But you know what, H? I bet you changed their life too. You probably never thought about it like that. But I bet you changed a lot of their lives too. You're such a good guy. You are a good guy, H. And you better believe nobody gonna mess with you. Nobody gonna mess with H, because you would have 5,000 social media people coming after him. I can tell you that right now. Okay, which one do I want to start with first here? Let me see. Okay, this is Voices Behind the Wall, and this was 2 years ago. I can give you the exact date because I know some of you like the exact date. And this is the part 2 interview. And I get kind of confused with Cher. Let me find it. Here we go. I just think it's kind of interesting. Hey, Sassy. Okay, Nana. He just said some interesting stuff in this, and you guys know me. I like to go back and, you know, check things out, because there's a lot of things that were said in the very beginning that they're not talking about now. Okay. I said we were going to pull some notes. This is just a little stack of them here, you guys. So I'm going to start out with some of my notes here. And no, they're not in order. Y'all know. My low budget channel. Candace says odds are 50-50. Do you guys remember when Chris McDonough was interviewing her and he asked her what the odds were that someone coming and taking her? Okay. 50-50. He said, which part of 50 does your heart say? She said, it makes no sense in relation to the story. Okay? So we got Candace already in her mind talking about 50-50. Phone call Dawn made to Candace. When is the observation mode about crazy guy on the hill trying to touch the kids? Candace says that didn't happen. Okay? Candace says that didn't happen. Oh, your puppy woke up and you got to chase her. I love puppies, but my Rainy dog she's so old now, and after I had to have Shaylee put to sleep, I think once Rainy's gone, I'm not going to get any more dogs. So we know the first call was allegedly, well, they say at 6:23, and then a call at 6:26. So I want to play some of this interview that Mr. Cher and Cher did with Dawn Wells, and this was from 2 years ago.
Huh.
And really quick, I wanted to ask you, like, I know you've been asked this 100 times, but do you believe that Candace would tell you the truth if there was an accident by chance at home or anything?
Oh yeah, if there was an accident, she would call 911 right away. She would have been freaking out. You know, she loves that baby with all her heart. And yeah, she would have. There's no way. Yeah, she's not devious like that. No.
Do you have any thoughts? Really, we haven't touched too much on Allie and Hunter. Do you have any thoughts, or do you kind of think maybe they're just lying to try and get reward money, or do you think it's possible maybe they know more?
Oh, commercial. Sorry, guys.
Well, I believe what happened with them is they thought that we called the welfare on them or something, and they was out to get revenge. And they called the welfare on us several times. And I think that's what it's all about.
Now you guys got to remember, there was, I think JLR got it, or one of them guys got it. Don't get a grip, you know. Oh, don't get a grip, you know what happened this summer. I think so. That's just my opinion. But you guys have to remember, okay, that there were phone calls made to law enforcement. Allie says that her kids were up on the hill, and basically, bottom line, Candace wouldn't bring them home or let them leave the hill, and had allegedly pulled a weapon out. Okay. There was a police report about that. There was also allegedly, and I say allegedly, there's proof out there of some of these things, but you guys know me. I just feel like I always got to cover my ass. I'm a YouTuber that there's other YouTubers who can get on here and say whatever they freaking want to, but a lot of times if Remain Calm says it, it's a totally different ballgame, you know, and that's a fact. So anywho, there was a younger child up on the hill. If I can remember correctly, it was one of the older boys' friends, and the parents wanted to come and get the boy, and Candace wouldn't even tell the address for them to come and get their son. Okay. That's in a police report also, okay? So, absolutely. We also have heard of individuals being brought up on the hill that were not known to anybody on the hill. Allie talked about Candace picking up a guy from the Dollar General store and bringing him home for a few days. that was one problem that was going on that hill. Remain calm, takes night, and pays attention to everything being said in Summer's case. I tried to, Sassy. I tried to. I've always done that since day one when I heard Summer's name. Tried to take notes, and you know, when I pull my notes and I start talking about things, you know, a lot of it comes back to me. A lot of it comes back to me. Hey, Short Note, good morning to you.
I don't think, you know, if TBI thought that they had something to do with Summer's disappearance, then they'd be all over it. But they questioned them thoroughly, you know, and they're still not. I mean, you know, it's a shame that they can't share information like that with us, so that we ain't got to do guesswork and try to figure all this out. And then, you know, the internet just goes with all this speculation. And
now, that is true to a certain extent. When Summer's case first started coming out, and still to this day, there's a lot of speculation. There's a lot of speculation. There's a lot of hearsay. Hey, Dragon Mama. There's a lot of people's opinions and theories and things like that. And you have to be really careful how you say something. And that's why I say in my opinion and things like that, or hearsay and stuff, because it is so easy for social media to take something that's being said as fact when it's not really fact. And then that kind of gets, you know, spun into a lot of different things. I'll never understand how any parent would not know the address of where their child was. Makes no sense to me. I don't know, Patty, unless possibly the young man, maybe they just knew the area as Beach Creek and didn't know the specific address. And you know, when you live in the mountains like that, it's very easy to drive right past a driveway without even knowing that there's a house on the hill, you know. But I do believe that, and this is just my opinion, that after Candace and Allie had the falling out, that there was a back and forth of calling CPS. And that does happen when, you know, when good friends are hanging out, they love each other, it's all great. You know, it's perfectly fine. The minute that they start fighting, you know, they just try to get their dibs on it, you know, their dibs in on each other. And so, but to be honest with you guys, I really don't believe a whole lot of what Allie or her mother or her grandmother said at all.
all this crazy stuff and these crazy stories. And, but I think from what I've been able to figure out, they was just out to get us back, thinking that we called the welfare on them. But so we know they called the welfare on us.
But this is the thing about it, and I'm going to play. I finally found where Andrew was talking to Allie. Excuse me. And I'm going to play. Why would Allie even call CPS when she didn't call CPS when allegedly, which I'm going to show that she says that wasn't true about the story they told about Candace bringing Summer there at 3 o'clock in the morning. Why do you need people to tell you to look for missing children and get a creator to help you look up how to pass a polygraph test? Well, Sassy, I don't know. Girl, you've come closer to talking to him than I have. But put a Q. Put a Q for question. And put in your opinion. Sassy, frassy girl.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It is
but
short note.
I don't
Very
think
hard
they
to
would
believe.
take Summer. No,
Okay.
I don't believe so.
I don't think so
Um,
either. I don't think they
I've
do.
been going around talking to, all our neighbors and getting to know people in the evening time. And, a lot of people have told me that if I don't know, but if somebody in this area took her, that's pretty much signing your own death warrant being in this area.
Mm-hmm.
They would come after you. I don't know, but all we know is somebody definitely took her. And
Well, that's interesting. He says that, isn't it? Somebody would sign their own warrant, right? And he acts like, oh, I've been talking to the neighbors and stuff and getting to know them. I never could figure out why Don was so insistent that he didn't know any of his neighbors, living there as long as he did. Which, over time, I don't believe anyone. They're all trying to sell their own versions of truth while trying to cover up their criminal activity. They're all dodgy, in my opinion. I agree with you, Scottish Mom. I've said that from the beginning, that these adults, if that's what you want to call them, are they're either lying or they're not saying anything, because if they were to talk about what they know, just in my opinion, I think that they would have to tell on themselves for certain things. Not necessarily Summer, but the drugs and different things like that. I absolutely believe that. I have since the very beginning. I said I go over my notes. But this is a song that I was writing for Nicolina, and it's called DUIs and Lies. So we're going to put this to the side. I hadn't finished it yet, but that's some of the DUIs and lies. So if we look at the 911 calls themselves, right? If we look at the 911 calls, 623 and 626, Don says something interesting because they do talk about the 911 calls in this. One of the questions I always had that I don't know if I'll ever get the answer to is, what was said that turned Summer's missing child alert into an Amber Alert? I just feel like that's an important question for me that I want to know the answer to. I think it would tell me a lot. It would tell me a lot. I think so too, to a certain extent. Short note. I think that a lot of, and this is my opinion, a lot of what Don talks about, the percentages of child trafficking and all those things, are things that were kind of put in his ear to learn about those things. That's just my opinion, though. I mean, really. Yeah, Sassy, you're right. For some reason, Dawn is a lot of times by Candace, but not all the time, but probably depending on who she's around, I would think.
I'm starting to wonder if, because my wife doesn't know about TikTok and Facebook and stuff, and I didn't either. I was really.
That's a lie. That's a bald-faced lie. How are you going to sit there and say your wife didn't know about TikTok and Facebook and social media? She may have not have known about YouTube, but she knew about TikTok and shit. She absolutely did. You don't know your wife very well, Mr. Wells. Okay, Andrew. Hey, Eve, drop my email for Andrew. I will be glad to help you any way I can, Andrew. Eve's going to drop my email there, darling. Hey, Marie. So, absolutely, Dawn. I don't think you know your wife as well as you try to make everybody think. I know, Flies. He's lying. He's lying. Oh, you said it right when I said it, Marie. Jinxes. Now I know why you said jinxes. Oh, you want a link? All right, Mr. Andrew. I'll give you the link. All right, y'all. Andrew's coming up. Come on up here, Andrew. What you got going on there, buddy? Come up and talk to Mary. Come talk to Remain Calm. I will help you figure it out. I'm good at helping people figure stuff out. I think is your daughter sick or something, Andrew? Come on up here, Andrew. What's up, man?
I am so sorry to intrude.
No, you're good. You're all good.
There is as of 2 days ago, a missing 15-year-old out of my town. He's a family friend. His father's a family friend. Is a friend of mine. He's asking for me to reach out to other creators such as yourself to get it out there. There is going to be an Amber Alert issued.
Okay.
And there's going, as far as I know at the minute, there's going to be an Amber Alert issue, and they're going over it tonight at 4 on the news here in New York.
Okay. What station do you know?
Believe it's News Channel 10.
News Channel 10.
Mm-hmm.
And I was listening. I was over watching it this morning. So the pictures and stuff that you have over there are of him, right?
Yep.
Okay. I'll pop over here before I get off, and I'm going to go to your live from this morning and pull up what information that you already have on him from your channel. And we will get on it. I promise you, I will get on it for you. Absolutely.
Thank you. He's really, his mom and him are really like 2 steps away from just going ape shit. And that's more emotion than this guy you have on your screen now. So.
Wow. And what's his name?
The child's name is Keegan Hayes. He's 15.
Keegan Hayes. He's 15.
Yep.
Was he just kind of doing 15-year-old stuff? You know how 15-year-olds are.
Him and his mom got into a bit of an argument, and typical 15-year-old.
Right.
and then the last she seen him, he was in a black sweatpants, black hoodie, possible white bicycle with him. And he just left, and his friends ain't heard from him. His ex-girlfriend ain't heard from him, so they're worried.
Yeah, that makes it that makes it very troubling when the friends or the ex-girlfriends or anything like that hasn't heard from them. That brings it to a whole nother level right there.
Well, as I understand it right now, there was 2 sets of vehicles and 2 sets of people out in my area kidnapping children.
Wow.
One set from my understanding, one set has been caught and arrested. The other set is not is unknown at this time. So that makes this situation even worse than what a normal runaway would be.
Because because when like I live in a little town, okay, and but when I think of New York, I don't know, my mind goes to a totally different place where there's a lot of people, and all these things go on, and I don't know, is it harder to kind of, I don't even know how I'm going to say this. Is it harder in New York because of the number of people to actually solve a case quickly like that?
Well, I'm not in the city. I'm not in the big city. I'm in upstate.
Right.
It's basically a smaller town, but I mean, the gentleman that went missing, that I went over and still have him up there, is still missing. It's going on 3 months. I mean, it's difficult. It's the only reason what makes it difficult is the factor is that basically the police don't want to do shit.
I don't understand that too, especially when a teenager goes missing. The first, it just goes through my mind that the police are, oh, okay, well, they're probably looking at it and going, oh, well, this young man had an argument with his mom, so he took off. Let's give it a few days, see if he comes back. And the sad part about that is there's some sick fucks in the world.
Oh, yeah.
And, just even seeing him, on his bike or anywhere. Look how quickly that little girl was taken out of that campsite.
That's what I'm saying.
Within minutes.
It's just, given the light of it. I mean, yeah, I cover some missing people. You cover some. I mean, just giving the light of it. You never expect it to be somebody that you knew or that you know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then realizing that, holy shit, the kid that's missing, you've known him since before he was born, and you knew his dad and his mom and everything else. It's like, what the hell?
Yeah, it totally brings your brain waves to a totally different level because, I could just imagine I would be panicky, not only for them, but man, my own children. I don't know. I would be going crazy. I really would. So he's been missing. How long's he been missing now?
2 days.
2 days.
I got another realm that I caught that I have on. That's on right now doing a live. I sent her the information as well as reaching out to her. I'm not gonna reach out to Benny because I don't need this to turn into a fiasco, because I'll be the first one outside of his dad to catch a charge.
No, that's understandable, because that would, this is just my opinion about that, but it would become a money issue, and his family don't need that shit at all.
Right. And given like I said, given that his father and I grew up together, and we were at one point in our lives basically like brothers. I mean, yeah, that's one temptation that I know I'll go ape shit on. So
yeah, well, you just don't want it to turn into a shit show. We've seen that happen with 3 cases he's done. So definitely don't want it to turn into a shit show. Don't need it to turn into a shit show. It's got to be, it's got to be taken very, very seriously.
Yeah.
Very serious. You pretty much know who
I'm looking at the comments.
You pretty much know who you can contact, who's going to do right by it, and
definitely. That's going to keep it to what it is. He's missing. His mom got him got into an issue. Nobody's heard nothing from him, so he needs to be found.
Right.
There's no foul play that we know of involved. He just left.
Right.
And like I said, an Amber Alert will be getting issued, and News Channel 10 will be going over it 4 o'clock.
At 4.
Yeah, my time.
How many hours? It's like,
It's two. It's 2:39 where I am.
yeah, it's 2:39 where I am too.
Okay, so we're both on the east side.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, it's News Channel 10 New York.
Okay.
So-
I will, at 4 o'clock, I'll pop over and show it on my channel here.
Definitely, I'm gonna try to find it myself. I don't have their updating.
What'd you say his last name was? Keegan
Hayes.
what? Hayes.
Yup. Separate family.
Okay.
Just so you know, it's separate.
Separate family.
Yes. It's confusing. Look, trust and believe it was confusing growing up with the old lady having the same name as my best friend, last name as my best friend at the time. So,
Right.
yeah, separate families.
Well, that's cool. I'm glad you come over and told me. I will be honored to get that out there and see what we can do to help find this young man. Just, even putting his name out on social media and keeping it out there. is
Well,
gonna
that's
be
all what
really
his
important.
that's all that his dad's asking is to see if I can't get others to help, and we can't get him home. We are expecting first snowfall tomorrow, so
Right.
it's been rainy and nasty for the last 3 days. So I mean,
Yeah, it's
hoping
been
that
like that here too. It's been like that here too. And like I was saying, when I think of New York, because, it wouldn't take nothing for them to, a missing child or something to be taken into the city. And, New
agree.
York is a pretty populated place where, people can just poof, disappear and not be found for a long time.
That's the thing about it is like when people say New York, a lot of people are thinking the big city and things like that. But I'm up in the upper half. It's mostly backwoods towns, and I mean it's just crazy. I mean, in small towns you don't expect that type of shit to happen, and not something done, but nothing has been done, and here it is 2 days later. And it just came to my ear last night, and I've been on the phone with his dad left and right because, like I said, he was a good friend of mine at one point. So,
well, also because of his age too, don't they say that they have to be missing for like 24 hours or something before you can even really put in a report?
I'm not sure.
I'll check on that and see.
I did look up the Amber Alert, and he does fall within the age bracket of one being issued.
And so they're definitely supposed to be issuing one, right?
Yes. They're going to be, like I said, from my understanding, they're going to be issuing one tonight at 4.
So, my people in chat want to know, like, I'm sure he's on Facebook and different things like that, right?
No, no Facebook.
No Facebook?
No, he had a couple of them, but they're all like no social. He doesn't really use them. He doesn't really like social.
Does he play the online games and stuff?
As far as I know, he just likes to hang out with his friends and walk around town.
So he's not even a big gamer, huh? Wow.
Yeah, I know it's rare these days, but
yeah, it's very rare, and wow, that kind of even makes it a little bit harder, because if he was a gamer and stuff, then even you could get on and possibly talk to people and see. But
if he was, I could have gotten some of his friends' tags and stuff, and would have went. And definitely would have went on either my Xbox or the PlayStation and would have found out what was up through there. But
wow,
yeah, he's not. Yeah, it's just different. He does not have his phone either.
Wow.
So that makes it even harder.
See, we bitch about our kids being on social media and stuff, and this is one time where you're like, oh my gosh, I wish he was on social media.
I mean, the latest, if my mouse would work again, the latest picture I have of him was taken on Friday.
Oh, well, that's a good new picture then.
Well, I'm just saying. I mean, he's not a very photogenic person either.
Right.
So, I mean, the one picture I had out was from a while back, and then one of his friends reached out and gave his mom an updated picture that was taken of him at school on Friday, and he wasn't in school today either.
Wow, so poor kids just pooped on.
Yeah. And then
Oh my
people are
God.
just ready to jump down people's throats and already start drama over it.
Right.
But
That's
yeah, like
freaking sad.
oh yeah. So
Hang on, I'm gonna try to. I'm looking at your live from this morning. I want to see if I can get his
well,
picture.
his dad is online with me. Is on the live through phone call.
Oh, he is.
Yeah, I had him through phone because where he's at, his internet sucks because he's on top of a mountain. Lucky him. But the latest picture the picture I posted of Keegan 4 hours ago is the updated picture that was taken Friday.
Okay, I got your live from 5 hours ago, but I don't see his picture on there.
It's in my community section, honey.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah, I figured putting it on the community section and going over what information I could get this morning from his mom via Facebook messages and his dad via phone call would be the best way to do it.
Well, this is him, you guys, right here.
Yeah, he's 15. He was last seen in black pants and black sweatpants and a black hoodie. From his mother's own words, he has friends in Gloversville and here in Johnstown, but there was a sniffling. The mother's boyfriend did say he does have a friend in a town that's 15 minutes away by drive.
You think he could have rode his bike all the way there, though?
It's an hour and 15-minute bike ride, a little over 3 by walk.
Well, when I was younger, I would get pissed off. I could walk. I would walk it. I mean,
oh yeah,
I would walk it or ride my bike. I'd be so mad. I'd be trucking, you know.
Oh yeah, and yeah, that was he has a friend in Ephrata, which is a 15-minute drive from me.
No drugs or anything. Smoke a little bit of pot.
I mean, he smokes a little pot, but what 15-year-old don't? I mean, he drinks a little bit. I mean, he drinks a little bit here and there, but again, 15 years old, what kid isn't going to dabble in that shit?
Exactly.
I mean, at Keegan's age, me and his daddy and even my old lady were fucking partying it up. I mean,
right. Yeah, I was doing a lot of things at 15.
Oh, you weren't partying at 15? No? Damn.
I was definitely a big partier at 15.
Oh, yeah.
I started drugs really, really young.
Oh yeah.
So,
but that's the thing. We make mistakes, we grow.
Well, you know, that's the thing about it. These young kids, smoking pot doesn't faze me if young kids are doing that.
No, you know. I mean it's legal here in New York if you're 21.
Right.
I mean it's pot. I mean, just saying. But all right, hon, I got kids. I just wanted to come up and see if you could share that for me.
All right, I sure will, Andrew. Thanks for letting me know, and I will keep posting it and talking about it, buddy.
Thank you, honey. Much appreciated.
All right, guys.
Later.
All right, you guys. Keegan Hayes, 15 years old. I will pop over and see if I can find the the news briefing when they go over it. And see if I can find that. This is his picture. And we'll see what other information we can find out. But definitely no problem at all, Andrew, talking about that. I was having a few drinks at 15, no drugs. Yeah, he does look like a little boy, doesn't he, at 15 years old? I think a lot of us would say that he's definitely looks like a young boy for sure. So definitely everybody keep his name out there. Keegan Hayes, 15 years old, missing from New York, the Gloversville area, I want to say. If I'm wrong about that, I apologize, but absolutely we will pop over at 4 o'clock and see if we can't get the news briefing and keep his name out there for sure. So, but until I find out a little bit more, let's go on and listen to this liar. Let's listen to this liar. I know, he is a cute young man. Kiki, we all do the 420, okay? Us older people do the 420. And it's ridiculous to me here in my state. It is not legal. I find that ridiculous. I find it stupid. And I could go on and on, but I won't. Who did I miss saying hi to? Karen. Karen with the C. If I missed anybody else, I apologize, because you guys know I like to say hi to everybody. If I didn't say hi, put your name back in chat again, and I'll give you a shout out.
Naive to any of this stuff. And I still don't know anything about TikTok. But she put her pictures out there and was proud of Summer. And I'm starting to think personally that somebody's seen her on Facebook or TikTok and decided that they wanted her for herself. Or
now let me tell you guys something. That is not far-fetched. Do I believe that possibly could have been what happened to Summer? I don't think so, but it's not far-fetched that all the pictures and everything else on social media being put out there of her, the only thing would be that if it was somebody like that, they would have to know where she lived, right? He does blame everybody.
or it's the sex trade thing, or I don't know. We don't know, but that's what I'm starting to lean towards personally. And it's like the more I get to know people around this area and talk to them, and I'm going to continue to do that every evening as much as I can.
Not me, crazy cat lady, but there are people who do post their addresses on social media. Absolutely.
And, just in case, you never know what you might find or hear or whatever, so I'm going to keep doing that for I don't know how long. But
So, okay, if we can, I do want to try and go over the time a little bit better with you, because I believe that's what his plan is. Now, they went to the swim hole. Can we kind of run through that day again from your memory? You got up, you went to work, and then what's a typical day for Candace and the kids? Do they sleep in typically? Do they wake up early? Or what was their morning routine after?
Don't forget, Candace made the comment that Summer would sleep all day if she could. That she would sleep, is what Candace said, because it was questionable when she allegedly got up that early to take her mom to the hospital.
Or you had already gone to work, do you know?
When I need something from our supply chain team.
Oh, that
Slack.
looks like
When
a
I need something
good
for Mark.
hamburger.
Well, I mean, it depends, on whether it's school night or not, but, I'm not sure. When I left, everybody was asleep, but I had to go over that timeline with Candace several times.
When he left, Yes, Mary, absolutely. That's after Summer went missing. So, yeah, their address was put out absolutely after Summer went missing. But I think what I was saying was, when you're putting out a lot of pictures on Facebook and stuff of your kids, you have the option to tell people about yourself, what state you live in, all kinds of stuff. I never did it because I never wanted anybody to know where I was at. I thought it was crazy when people would go out to eat and would say that they're not home. Oh, we're at this restaurant over here. Letting people know where their location was, that they wasn't at home. And some people had their house broken into because people knew they wasn't home.
The TBI wanted me to just sit with her and just keep going over it until we could figure out every minute of it. And
why? I've said this before. Why would law enforcement tell Dawn to go sit with Candace and go over it and over it and over it until it made sense? That never made sense to me, ever. In one of my notes, I've got sheriff was on the scene quickly, resources en route quickly. Now, from my understanding, how did the others get up and get ready to the hospital by 8? Impossible. I've got my timeline written somewhere in this mess, and I went over it. I need to find it again and go over it again. I don't know, crazy cat lady. I don't know if she did or not. I don't know if anywhere on their social medias that she may have gave their location or not. I don't know that. Hey, Granny's house. Okay, so when 911 was called, the first call 623 and 626. I believe that there was someone who called 911 that they're not saying, okay? What they have released is the 911 dispatcher, saying, go to 110 Ben Hill Road, there's a missing child. Mother went for a walk. The description of Summer's age and things like that were wrong. Okay? And we know Leslie Earhart had said that she was last seen at 7 o'clock walking down Ben Hill Road or something like that. And I'd have to go back to look to make sure that's correct. But it always just seemed to me like someone else called 911 besides Dawn and Candace. Oh, that's great age. 4 years. That's fantabulous. We also learned that law enforcement got there a little more quickly than per se they normally would have, because there was another call in the area. Okay. So I'll say allegedly, but it's out there somewhere, that there was another call in the area. So that put law enforcement actually closer to the scene. When they got all the searchers and everything together, they did that rather quickly, in my opinion. Okay. You love that song, Island Girl. I bet Dawn did have to go over the timeline several times with Candace. Yeah. Oh, well, we know for a fact that there was a comment made that, how was it said, that Dawn told Candace and Grandma that they better get their timeline straight or something like that. Important where Candace went the first time she left the hill and how long was she gone. Absolutely, AC. Because, I mean, if we look at the whole situation, in my opinion and a lot of other people's opinion, she didn't have Summer with her when she left. Right? So she allegedly left, and either she had Summer with her when she left, but not when she came back, or she left her there with Grandma and the boys, and Grandma was napping. Search began at 7:03. Thank you, Nana. Thank you for that. 7:03 is when the search began. The searchers were there and began, right? So that's rather quickly for the area, because I don't think they would have got there as quickly if they wouldn't have been in the area to start with. I've heard some people say that I don't know about that. So I've also got in my notes the endangered child alert changing into the amber alert. Don said it didn't take him long to get home from work. We know about the 5:30. Candace also makes the comment that to Chris McDonough, we wasn't going to be gone that long. We thought we were only going to be gone a few minutes, when it was question about the boys being at home for the amount of time that they were at home by themselves. And I thought it was weird when she said, well, we wasn't going to be gone that long. And I'm like, you allegedly left the boys there for a significant amount of time. Now, I did have someone tell me that Don had said that he did take the boys to work with him that day. I've really never put that out there. It's weird. It's just weird. I usually don't say what people texted me and stuff, but that was sent to me, and I don't think I really replied to it. Allie's daughter Teresa in the past, Candace would pass out on the couch while Don would take Summer to bed. So wondering if Candace was really in bed that morning. Well, allegedly Candace would start getting drunk at night around 5:30. Go figure, right? She would start drinking about 5:30. And she would drink and then she would pass out. And Dawn said that it was the next morning when you would have to watch out for her, right? Because she would be in a mood. Okay. That's why the boys would be by themselves. So we know that allegedly Grandma had to be at the doctor at 8 o'clock. Don says that Summer's leg was over him or under him, and boy, did it hurt his back. Confusing to me part was at Fred Hills at 4:30. Yeah, Nana for life. I mean, this is that's what was confusing to me too. I want to find my timeline really bad right now, because Candace allegedly was seen in Fred's driveway at 4:30, walking down Fred's driveway at 4:30. Candace said she seen Jody Sue at 4:30. Candace said then she didn't hear the scream because she was looking for Summer. Jody Sue heard the scream between, what time was it? 3:30? Something like that. I gotta find my timeline. So, if she got to the hospital at 8 o'clock, I always wondered what she was doing for 2 hours in the parking lot for 2 hours. All right, let me play some more of this.
And we give that to them, and they seemed perfectly satisfied with it, that it made sense, because she had actually left out some things, like doing a load of laundry. Well, doing a load of laundry, and maybe getting a bite to eat and folding clothes and whatever. That probably took up to an hour.
Doing a load of laundry never took me an hour. I guess if you're washing it and then you throw it in the dryer, I don't know. Depending on how good your dryer is. And then getting them something to eat. That's when the whole hot dog business came in, remember? Supposedly giving them a hot dog or some shit.
So, and just things like that she...
And Crazy Cat Lady, I've never heard that he literally stripped her down before he put her in bed. I've heard some different things being said, but I don't think I've ever heard it quite put like that before. So,
when she originally put that out there, it sounded like she just threw a load in the washer, but it was a lot more than that. It ended up taking like an hour, but so we was able to figure out the timeline down pretty well, and I think they seemed satisfied with that, and it all made sense.
Well, True said a lot of things, Crazy Cat Lady. She said a lot of different things. And Allie's come back and said a lot of it's not true. Yeah, I heard he did too, short note. That's disgusting in itself.
Okay, so when she went to the swim hole, you think they left there You had called them, and were they picking up the prescription, dropping Hunter off and going home?
Yeah, I don't remember. I just remember her saying that she had a bunch more stuff to do, so I figured I would just work late, and because the more work I get done, the more I get paid. So I stayed, pretty late until I got that phone call.
Now, don't forget, after all this come out is when he talks about CPS being there the day before. I've also got it pulled up where it's not really much of a conversation, but it's with Dudley when Cher gets Dudley up there. Well, that's the thing, Mrs. Peacock. They always tried to make Candace out to be a good mother. Like she was this great mother. She was a helicopter mom. And I've said this from the beginning. We all kind of knew that was bullshit. And I think if she would have been honest and as a mother showed or told us some of her faults as far as being a mother, maybe people would have, I wouldn't have felt any differently about her. But I think that, I think some of us would have looked at the situation a little bit different. Don works all the time. Don, many of us work. Stop acting like you're the only one. Yeah, as much as Don says he works, I'm surprised he's not a millionaire by now.
Yeah, I don't remember exactly word for word everything that she was saying or what she was doing. I just know she said that she was going to the swim hole until the prescription was ready. But that's the only thing I...
Don't forget, the worker at the horse stable said that truck had been there most of the day. What does most of the day mean to a lot of us, right? More than a couple hours. Candace said she was there 15 minutes. But that truck was there most of the day.
I can remember, about it.
That's the other thing they're pointing out. You had mentioned before, well, since they're still at the swimming and running errands and stuff, and you would just stay and work late since, why would you go home and sit by yourself, right? But some people had pointed out, weren't the three boys at home, so you wouldn't be by yourself, or were the three boys? There's a little bit of issues because I think someone from your church accidentally said they saw the boys at the swim hole that day.
What it was, what the hell's the flute player's name? David Dotson said that Candace was showing a picture to law enforcement of all the kids swimming that day. He said he was standing there when she showed it. Now, I mentioned that in another chat on a different channel, and I was told, well, no, he said that he was mistaken. Well, I would love to see the receipt on that. I'm just saying.
But I think he actually said that was a mistake. I think it was David, right? If I'm not mistaken.
I'm not sure on that, but I don't even think I realized the boys were at home myself.
Right.
Because a lot of times the boys don't even want to go because they want to sit there and be on their phones. And, You
didn't realize that the boys could even possibly be at home by themselves. Do I believe the person, Don, who told me that you told them that you did have the boys that work with you that day? I don't know. I don't know. I'm not sure. I believe the truck was there most of the day, only because that came from JLR. Yeah, and allegedly an employee. Absolutely. Absolutely, Nana. That's what kind of got me, because I was like, you know, yeah, that was weird to me. That was weird to me. I always wondered that too, AC, because of the way that she talked in that interview with the news. You know, I was taking a nap. The boys didn't go because it didn't fit into the pre-plan event, in my opinion, anyways. I think a lot of people think that also, Mrs. Peacock.
We tell them to lock the door and everything, and then has access to a phone in case of emergency and everything.
So one of them has access to a phone in case of emergencies. Okay. Oh, believe me, Karen, you can fit many kids in the back of a truck if you need to. So one of them had a phone in case of emergencies. And this is just what I thought. Okay. This is just what I thought. In the beginning, and this is going to sound weird, in the beginning, I thought maybe that Candace had came back home. She took Grandma and Summer back home, okay? Still had H with her. And something happens to Summer. Candace is gone, okay? Goes back down the hill for whatever reason. And the boys call Don and tell him that, you know, whatever, Mom's gone with H or this or this. And I don't know, my way of thinking, I always thought, okay, maybe Don was pissed, okay, about some situation and actually came back home, right? And something happened after he came back home. Because you got to remember, he kept saying he wanted in everybody's mind that he knew something was going to happen under Candace's watch. When he kept saying that, my mind went to, what did you make happen knowing that it was going to be under Candace's watch? Does that make sense? Candace said stay home to clean the house because CPS was coming that day. She said that in the beginning. Did she say that short note? Or did Allie say that? I don't remember hearing Candace say that, but I heard Allie say that.
Thing like that, but I don't think we'd ever leave after this. We'd never leave them here by themselves ever again. I mean,
Yeah.
and we know, you know, Josie's the age to watch his the younger ones and everything, but I don't think we'd ever do it again after this. So I don't trust.
I think they did it after that. And I think they did it before Josie was of age to watch them. My mind has told me from the get-go that Dawn and Candace placed a lot of responsibility on them boys to watch their sister, right? Yeah. I could guarantee, yeah, if the boys were home that day, supposing, what the fuck were they going to clean? From what we seen of that house, there was shit laying everywhere. What the fuck were those boys supposed to clean that day? I mean, I don't know. Sounds like nonsense. Hey, Jude. Hey, Eli. Why would you leave kids if CPS was coming? Exactly, Karen. I mean, I don't know. Allegedly, they knew what time they were supposed to be there, but, you know, that's just all weird, isn't it?
I mean, I don't just, yeah.
And I just want to say right now, okay, don't anybody think that if I'm reading your comment or giving my opinion on it or something like that, that I'm being a bitch, okay? Because I'm not. I just sound bitchy sometimes. Don't I, Eve? Eve knows. I'm not trying to hurt anybody's feelings. I'm not trying to call anybody out. You know, like I said, you guys' opinions and your theories and stuff are very important to me. So I don't mean to sound like a bitch to you or anything like that. Okay? Seriously. I think she really said that about the house cleaning for CPS, but that story, like many other, evolves over time. Yeah, crazy cat lady. I remember hearing Allie say that, but I don't remember hearing Candace say it, but hey, you know what? She said a lot of shit.
But I don't think, yeah, like I said, I don't even think I realized or thought about it that the boys were here. I probably would have come home. I just didn't put that together in my mind at the time.
Mm-hmm. I think that's fairly normal. I mean, it's a typical guy. You want to stay at work and make more money, right? So
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything wrong.
Well, yeah.
It's like the Garden of Eden. It's a real place.
How do you know it's a real place?
I was there.
You're going to have to elaborate on that.
It's not far from Baghdad in Iraq, but again, it's a physical place. It exists, but you can't see it if you fly over it. The scriptures speak about it. If you're going to fly over it with a plane, you won't see anything.
Sorry, guys.
How do you explain that?
Making me a cup of coffee.
Do you
I mean, there's
think?
times I'd go meet them at the lake.
But yeah, or you'd go meet them at the lake after work.
Thank you, Mrs. Peacock.
Well, I have before many times, you know, I'd get tired of working, I'd go meet them wherever they're at.
Some people think that I'm being a bitch.
Whatever, but usually, you know,
I don't need to do that.
so I'm usually pretty wore out, so I want to go home.
Yeah, I know that feeling.
Now, do you? What do you think everybody is missing? Like, you know what's all being said and everything. What do you think we're all missing here?
I don't know, because that's what I'm trying to figure out myself is, what is missing. We know she's gone, and we know somebody took her, but we just can't figure out, who or why or whatever. That's what I'm.
You know somebody took her, but it was said that you went to a couple neighbors, not just one, that night and already started talking about Summer and the resurrection. Why? I know what's missing, brains. You're right. You're absolutely right. But yeah, why would you immediately start talking about that stuff? The searchers are out looking for your daughter, and you're already talking about her not even being on this earth anymore. Okay, wait. You want me to back it up a little bit, Marie? I'll back it up a little bit.
What do you think we're all missing here?
I don't know, because that's what I'm trying to figure out myself is, what is missing. We know she's gone, and we know somebody took her, but we just can't figure out, who or why or whatever. That's what the only thing that I can do is just run around these streets up here and talk to people all I can. But everybody I talk to, They just don't think that it was somebody from this area at all.
But yet, he's saying that a lot of the people in the area doesn't think it was anybody from the area at all, right? But if you go back and listen to Sherfy Sr. when he was talking to Molly and them, guess what he said? We know the parents had something to do with it. There's a couple other neighbors that, you know, were kind of interviewed. They pegged the parents as doing something also.
I mean, the dogs that they brought up here, they all followed her scent to the road and up the road just a little ways before her scent disappeared.
Allegedly, Jody Sue says she's the one who told Dawn about the dog trail, if I remember correctly. Sometimes I don't remember correctly, but I think I kind of remember that correctly.
And they never could pick up her scent anywhere else, out in the woods or around this property, anywhere.
Why would, this is my opinion, you guys agree with me or not? From the beginning, what I seen was two parents, a mother and a father, who did not show enough interest in their missing daughter's case. That's what I seen. I seen Dawn talking about the searchers. Well, I knew she wasn't out there. They was out there. They was getting hurt. They was this. They was that. But I knew she wasn't out there. Was that before you were told about the dog trail that you didn't know was there? You had lived there all them years. You didn't know it was there. Neighbors and strangers knew of dog trails that the property owner didn't. Exactly. Well, don't forget, it was said that Jody, Sue, and Andy parked their asses down at the bottom of their driveway in lawn chairs like it was a fucking parade or something for more than a day or two, right?
So that pretty well tells you she was put into a car.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So she was definitely led down the road.
There's a couple people said that the dog followed her scent down your driveway, and then there was a couple people who said that they followed her scent down that dog trail. Do you know which one it was?
I believe it went down the dog trail and up the road.
I don't know if it was lawn chairs, Mrs. Peacock, but, you know, I have a feeling that when they, because I think it was Jackie Dobbs said, or maybe it was Fred, no, it was Fred, said that they were, Flies, thank you. It was Fred said that Jody, Sue, and Andy parked their asses down on the freaking road, you know, like it was a fucking parade or something. And they actually, he said they sat down there for quite a few days just to keep up with what was going on.
Just a little ways, probably more like where my driveway was, or, I mean, they're not going to share that information with us. I mean, we have some people that have asked them, you know, and I could probably find out more about that.
Now, this gets me. They wouldn't share the information with you, but yet other neighbors knew about it. Maybe the other neighbors wanted to know information on what happened to this little girl. I'm saying, in my opinion, you and Candace didn't seem interested enough to know what happened to your little girl. Unless you were putting on a show for somebody, right? Unless you were on somebody's panel. And then you still couldn't talk about Summer. You never hardly said her name. Very seldom did her name even come out y'all's mouth. Y'all know me. When I get to talking about this shit, I end up getting feisty. I see it coming on. So just hold on to your hats. You guys know I get pissed off about this. I would have been handing out water or something useful. Absolutely. Absolutely, Jude. I would have been offering them any assistance that I could. Any assistance that I could. He was controlling Candace. You know, I said that from the beginning also. I made a comment about that from the get-go, from the beginning, Don was throwing Candace under the bus every chance he got, getting catch-ups. And when I asked about Summer, the reply was, this isn't about Summer. Wasn't that fucking disgusting, Blythe? Wasn't that disgusting that I watched them be on panels? I remember Candace being on Benny's panel one time and Benny saying, we're not talking about Summer. We're not talking, this isn't about Summer. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding? Candace would do anything for Dawn. I agree, Sandy. I don't know. I kind of think they know things about each other that they don't trust each other to be away from each other. Taking Josie with him everywhere. He did take Josie to Utah, and allegedly to work. I'm going to show the interview with old Dudley here in a minute. Absolutely, Lindsay. They did not know when Summer's birthday was. I can find it and show you guys. It's Molly Golightly and Perplexed. Him and Candace didn't know when Summer's birthday was.
Maybe, but they're not going to share a whole lot of information with us.
Mm.
And I probably shouldn't be sharing it with the world. I mean,
Did you get you?
I probably shouldn't be sharing that with the world, but I'm going to tell the world what a fucked up, evil individual I am. How about that? If my child was missing or my grandchild was missing, law enforcement better let me know what the fuck is going on. Because I wouldn't be guilty of it, and I would want them to keep me posted on everything. You're right, Flies. Nothing but lies. Why would she stay with him after he admitted what he did to his sister? I know, AC. I know. But you got to remember, Candace, I mean, I don't even want to calculate how old she was when she actually got with Dawn. But she left a addictive, abusive relationship and then ended up with Dawn Wells. So, probably some of the things that Dawn was doing to her, she didn't see it as maybe, you know, if he wasn't doing to her exactly what her first husband was doing, you know, she probably thought she hit the lottery, you know, for sure.
what's
A
that?
copy of the police report?
Commercial. Commercial. All right, sorry guys.
No, I haven't yet, but that's probably a good idea.
You should.
Yeah, that's a
I
real
did
good
call
idea. I think
about
we'll do
that,
that.
Dawn. Yep, and you can.
Yeah.
You can because you're the parents.
Guess what? I don't think they ever got it. I don't think that they ever got that police report. But then again, what would it have said? The child's missing, and we all know what Candace wrote on H's paper. So anyway, yeah, that whole situation. I think that they just didn't. This is just my opinion, though. I don't think that that they wanted to charge her for the twisted tea and the vapes. Because I think they wanted to get her for something bigger than that. I think Candace believes she needs a man to survive, not defending her, but that's what I pick up from her. And when we'll choose a man over everything, but that's just my thoughts. I feel the exact same way, Wise. I understand completely what you're saying, because I do believe Candace left, and we know that she was addicted, an abusive relationship. We seen the police reports about it and things, and allegedly her mom, actually, Candace was addicted to meth so bad, and allegedly grandma went and got her, and I don't know if she helped her clean up or what. Candace is younger than she was born when I graduated from high school. I graduated from high school in 82. But you guys know, hey, the mouse, are you doing okay? Oh, you're welcome, girl. I'm sorry it took me so long to email you back. I'm trying to do better at reading my emails every day, so but us being women, and even some men know that if you're in a very, very toxic relationship and a verbal relationship, like when I grew up, there was a lot of verbal abuse and physical abuse and things. So when I got with my first husband in high school, he was very, very abusive to me. And, did I deserve it? Absolutely not. Did I tolerate it? Yeah. I grew up that way. So, later on, it was like, wait a fucking minute, I ain't got to put up with this shit. You got to go. But some women never get out of that. So even if the same thing's going on after the first relationship, and you get with a second relationship, if maybe one little part of it isn't as bad as the first relationship, you think that you're doing better. You guys understand what I'm saying? I hope law enforcement is as invested in this case as we all are. Lindsay, I want to believe that they are. I want to believe that TBI and FBI are still on the case. And, they have said that they are, and I truly believe they are. Verbal abuse can be just as bad. Yeah. I know there were times I was like, just freaking hit me, slap me or whatever you're going to fucking do. The bruise will go away, but the stuff you're saying to me is never going to go away. They also try to make you feel some sort of way about yourself. You're never good enough. No matter what you do, you're never good enough. I've said this before, and I do talk about Candace and what I feel. some things that I see when I see her, when I look at her on social media and things. And somebody came into my comments and was like, Candace has you brainwashed and all this other shit. And I'm like, no, she doesn't. But there are times when I would look at Candace and you can tell that throughout her life, she hasn't lived an easy life. She hasn't. Now, I can't say if she had anything to do with Summer going missing. Do I even like Candace? Absolutely not. I would never have anything to do with her. But when from one woman who's gone through that stuff, you can see it in other women. You can see it by the way they look. You can tell by looking at their eyes. Some of the things she was saying about not liking to be around people and, you know, just her family and things like that. I mean, there were a lot of things there. A lot of things there. Yeah, you're right. She does seem like she needs approval. Absolutely.
I tried to call to get a copy, and they said it had to be the parents. So.
Okay. Well, we'll surely do that.
Because there's a minor on there.
Maybe that'll help
if you
us.
do want to try.
Yeah, for sure.
So, you hear what she said? Because there's a minor on there. So a lot of people were like, okay, well, is there a minor on there because it's Summer's missing? Or is there a minor on there? Did one of the boys actually ring? We all thought she was really off at the beginning, but then I realized lots of creators were flirting with Dawn. Absolutely, Sandy, and I talked about that before. You know, you got a daughter missing. You got a husband who, if I don't know if this is true or not, if she had something happen to Summer because of jealousy with Dawn, how do you think she felt when Summer wasn't there and then the boys weren't there? And guess what Dawn was doing? He was up all night talking to them women. Hi, girl. It would have pissed me off too. Yeah, alcohol does cause depression. Absolutely. I think they're going to let Summers. I don't think so, Sassy. What's sick is someone wants Dawn. Not me. I don't want his ass. For sure. They do. But you have to realize too, you know, some of these female creators, they know where that money's at. They know where it's at. I mean, honestly, this is the truth. If I had a Cash App and I had my Cash App up or PayPal or whatever, and I would have let Don Wells on my panel that night and let him and Cher get into it, do you guys honestly think that I wouldn't have had people sending me Cash Apps? I mean, honestly, I think they would have.
And, you know, we're trying to do everything we can, and without knowing anything, that might help us, but we're just kind of on our own. But I do know TBI is still working on it all they can. I know they're doing all they can. And,
try and see if you can get a copy. Sometimes they might, I don't know, depending on where you are. I've heard other states, like this one case, Andriacchio case, the parents had to pay for the police report. If that is a thing, let us know, and we'll put that out on our channel and try to, however much it is, try and get that covered for you so that you can get a copy of it.
Why the fuck wouldn't he have got a copy of that to start with? I don't know, you guys. I think he knows. He knows. He knows. I thought I looked bad, but Dawn's ex-wife looks way worse than I do. Am I supposed to Google glasses? People do strange things for money, Sandy. Absolutely. Why is Sandy supposed to Google glasses? You're right. He does always try to sound like the victim. Don's always the victim.
Okay, it probably wouldn't be too much.
Yeah, it
We could
should
probably
be
get it.
free, I hope, but keep us posted on that for sure.
Yeah.
And then,
Okay. Yeah.
do you think that this case is
Oh, I get it, Karen. You're joking. She's joking with you, Sandy.
tied at all with your sister-in-law that's missing?
We just have no idea because, when she disappeared, they never found a trace of her. Never have. It's been, 11 years now.
Mm-hmm.
They haven't found it.
Well, that was Smiley that contacted the president. I don't know what the fuck the president's gonna do. I mean, if you look into old Biden's bullshit, behind the scenes bullshit, I better not get into that because I'm not gonna get political on my channel.
A clue yet. That's pretty sad. But she left behind 3 children that she loved, and there's no way she would, do that voluntarily.
Yeah.
Right.
So we have no idea.
Yeah. And you and Candace, you said, were you guys questioned in that?
I might have made a mistake about that. I said earlier that we were, but I mean, there might have been some people ask us some questions about it, but we weren't questioned by the police or anything. We were in Arkansas at the time.
So he's talking about Rose and the girls, but then he says, oh, well, I might have said we were questioned, but no, we wasn't questioned by law enforcement. Make that make fucking sense. I agree, Lindsay.
Right. Okay. That's what I thought you told me, but you know how some of these people take things and run with it. So there was rumors that you and Candace were questioned pretty heavily in that case, but from what I did in my own research, I thought you were like in Utah, or you said Arkansas. So I knew you were out of state.
Yeah.
I actually think you might have even been in jail at that time, weren't you?
No, I was in Arkansas. It was about the time we was having Josie. Josie's 12 now, so yeah.
But that wasn't about the time they were having Josie, because didn't they, how old was Josie when they came to Tennessee? He was over a year old, wasn't he? You got it, Summer's Revenge. He can't keep his lies straight.
Now, do you know what the 40-minute thing is that Chris plans on talking about? Some kind of 40-minute timeline. Let me look here quick.
I promise you guys, I will dig through my notes. I will pull out the whole timeline and go over it with you guys again. I've done that on a different live that I have. I think it's titled The Timeline or something. But I've added quite a few things to it over time. So he knows where they was when Rose went missing, but Candace doesn't. Yeah, Candace just said they were in between Arkansas and Tennessee. And, but he says it was around the time Josie was born, and it wasn't. Josie was older, right? I thought that Josie was over a year old when they came to Tennessee. Probably not, Lindsay. Candace's brother didn't, I'm sorry, Grandma Candace's brother did not get out of the institution until after Summer went missing.
I think he's just making stuff up because, like I say, you know, we went through the timeline, and you know, TBI seemed to be satisfied with it, and as soon as we found the holes we were looking for, I called him and told him, and he says, "Okay, that makes a lot of sense." Okay, and he seemed real.
When we found the holes they were looking for, but yet allegedly they knew Candace left the hill twice that day, and when she was asked about it, she got pissed off.
You know, happy about it, or you know.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he says there's a critical 40 minutes that has impacted the missing 5-year-old girl in Tennessee who disappeared on June 15th, 2021. You will not want to miss this. So you don't know the critical 40 minutes he is talking about?
No, not at all. Because we counted almost for every minute.
It's going to be the drive. Your drive from work to home. I bet that's going to be the 40 minutes.
Oh, yeah. I wouldn't be surprised about that at all.
I'm pretty sure.
I would like to see them Summer's Revenge because I know it was said that Rose called CPS over Candace's kids. At one point, I think Rose, that's something Lisa Ritz would know. She would definitely know that. But yeah, I never seen that where Rose took Candace to court over the kids at all.
I think I made it home in about 30 minutes. It's a 45-minute drive normally, but I think I made it in probably 30, 35 minutes.
Yeah.
Now some people are saying, because now they're trying to say that Candace had these charges out, so now they're looking at kind of Candace as bad again. Unbelievable, right?
Yeah.
Flopping, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Do you think, was there anything out of the ordinary on June 15th at all with your wife or your mother-in-law or anything like that? Or was it just a regular day, do you think?
I'm sure I gotta find it. Okay, there you go.
I believe it was just a regular day, you know, and, you know, as far as we knew, it was a regular day. It turned out to be the most horrible day of my life. But, yeah, because me and Summer were, you know, very, very close. You know, I'll miss her. And I wish I could find her, but the reality of it all is just not good.
No, there's
I'd do anything to have her back. But, yeah.
Checking on that news report over.
And
yeah, I'm
so
starting
Grandma
to think
must
she
not
was
be.
targeted.
Oh, sorry. We got a little bit of a delay, I think. Is Grandma then? You guys must have been, or Grandma at least. Some people are saying Grandma's in protective custody because she's so afraid of you.
Come back.
No.
Okay, I'm gonna stop that there for a minute. I've been on almost 2 hours. Let's see what else I want to show you guys. Oh, I'll show you a little bit where Cher had Dudley come on, Dudley Ajon, and then turned around Thank you, Summer's Revenge. Anybody, please feel free to send me anything. You know, you can send me anything like that. I would appreciate a lot. Oh, thank you, Mrs. Peacock. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate you. He never talks about how much he loves the boys. Yeah, that's weird too. I always got creeped out when he would say, I used to take Summer by herself to the store and I would buy her things and the boys never got mad. They understood. I did a live on something called emotional incest. Okay. It doesn't have to be a sexual thing, right? But absolutely, that whole situation sounded like that to me. I'm keeping an eye on the time, you guys, so I can flip over to the, try to find the news who's doing the thing with Keegan. That's why I kind of didn't want to, I don't want to get into, I don't want to get into a whole nother thing just yet, because I do want to give him justice and get his name out there. Let me see what I have here. I think I did a couple new clips. This is something that I found interesting here. I talked about this when Don Wells talked about getting the $2,000 worth of dope. This is from the Don Wells Family Official channel. And Benny was asking him questions.
That you had purchased $2,000 worth of cocaine to prove you didn't have to sell your daughter to buy dope. That was whiskey talk or no?
Well, I mean, I mean, I was going through a lot of emotion. I mean, people were pretending on YouTube to be TBI agents or affiliated with TBI agents, and
so you were just saying things and having fun, right?
Well, just I wasn't used to this YouTube thing at all, and the games that people play, and I took a lot of stuff seriously. I didn't know what to believe or what to think. My daughter just disappeared.
Right.
Here,
Crazy Cat Lady, could you please take the SCX, take that word out of the chat, please? I'm not trying to be a bitch, but YouTube will, they're not too fond of those kind of words. If you could just go back and change it or just take it out, for sure. Thank you.
I had my 3 sons there. I was worried for them. I mean, there was just so much emotion going on. I didn't know
that you said you had purchased $2,000 worth of cocaine to prove you didn't have to sell your daughter to buy dope. That was whiskey talk or no?
Now, the thing about this, it's okay, Crazy Cat Lady. Yeah, if you'll just go change that word for me, or, but if you guys listen, Benny kind of interrupts what he's saying. Don never denies it. It's a simple yes or no. He doesn't deny it.
Well, I mean, I mean, I was going through a lot of emotion. I mean, people were pretending on YouTube to be TBI agents or affiliated with TBI agents, and
so you were just saying things and having.
Hey Eve, could you go through and take care of Crazy Cat Lady's thing for me? Thank you, darling. Eve would get it for you, Crazy Cat Lady. Who by sea when your kids go missing and the cops are everywhere? Well, this was after she went missing. The cops, I don't think, were around at that point. But he tried to say that the TBI was following him. There were 5 cars of agents following him.
Fun, right?
Well, just I wasn't used to this YouTube thing at all, and the games that people play. And I took a lot of stuff seriously. I didn't know what to believe or what to think. My daughter just disappeared.
Right.
Here, I had my 3 sons there. I was worried for them. I mean, there was just so much emotion going on. I didn't know
that you said.
So see, that doesn't make any sense. He never answered the question, and there was just so much emotion going on. So emotionally, he got pissed off and went and bought $2,000 worth of dope. And whoever has listened to Don Wells throughout all this time, in my opinion, that was an excuse for him to go and do what he'd been doing all along. What he had been doing all along. Okay? Boy, I had so much to go over with you guys today. Let's see if we can find this this young man's thing. Hang on, I gotta share my screen again. I'm gonna put a picture of him up here. I think there is something in Summers, Utah name. Why was she born where they are now? Because I think Don really wanted to go back to Utah. I think Don, and I mean, he said it, right? Okay, Marie. He said it. He wanted to move his family back to Utah. And this is what I said, right? And I don't know if I make any sense when I say this. Even though that family, we know, was full of dysfunction, okay? They cannot try to normalize the life that they lived to me, and I know a lot of other people, but the shit that they did all them years to them was normal, right? So they can't normalize that shit. But something happened that changed the trajectory of within a amount of time that the end result was whatever happened to Summer. So we know Don went to Utah, right? We know he took the oldest with him. Then we've got Jose coming into the picture. Okay, Allie staying out there, Jose coming into the picture. Then we know allegedly that they were fighting because Candace said she was, slipping whatever to Jose or whatever. I don't believe that. I do not believe that Don would have rushed home the way that he says he does just because he thought Candace was dicking around with Jose. I just can't believe that. You thought they were in a commune at first? Let me see if I can find this. Give me just a second here, you guys. I wanna do this young man justice by seeing if I can find that. It's probably on YouTube. Let me find it here. Let's see if I can find it, you guys. I don't know. Here's somebody on YouTube. Oh, here we go. Wait a minute. That's Florida. Put New York on there. That's ugly. Okay, I'll have to give it a few minutes to see if it pops up. Here, let me put channel 10 on there. I'm looking for you, young man. I will find you. I don't think it's come on yet. All right, I'll keep looking. I'll keep looking for him. This is Keegan Hayes, 15. He's missing right now. Girl, I can't fly rocks. Well, and Mary did say that. Mary said that actually, no, he didn't have the oldest. If I remember correctly, he didn't have the oldest in school yet in Utah. Thank you, Granny's house. Have a great afternoon. Yeah, that's what Mary said. Absolutely, Teresa. That from what she's seen, that the oldest wasn't being treated all that great. That Dawn came home from somewhere, or came in the house, and the oldest was in the house, and Dawn got upset, and told him to get back out to that camper they were staying in. Right? Oh, he's found? He got found, Flies? Or are you just saying praying? We're praying for him. Let me see if I can pull it up here. Andrew may have it if I don't have it. If I can't find it. Okay. Please. Yeah. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. I don't see it yet. All right, hang on. Let me try it this way. Let me try it this way, you guys. Thanks for sitting tight with me here. Maybe if I just put up 110. New York. Let's see. Well, let me pop over to Andrew, see if he's live streaming it. There he is. Andrew's talking to his father, I believe. So what we're going to do, you guys, I'm going to pop over to Andrew's, and he's talking to the young man's father. So are you guys good with that? Are you guys good with that? Or do you want to keep going about Summer for a little while? I'm going to leave it up to you guys, because I can go back and do this. Oh, I can guarantee you they probably wasn't doing online schooling, because they were doing schooling, when we had the school here, the kids had an option of remote learning, homework in the classroom. Yeah, a lot of the schools were closed, weren't they, Bertie? So, rest in peace and justice for Chelsea Johnson. Flies, you don't mind? Well, let's go over to this young man and see what information we can get. And hopefully, since Andrew's talking about his father, let's just see. You think he'll go back to Utah, Pat, when he's off probation? I don't think he's got anywhere to go in Utah now. See, he had his dad's to go to start with. The thing about it is, if you guys ever noticed, Don never had any friends. If you go back and look at Don and Candace, who came forward to say, they're my best friends, they're my friends, I'm backing them, I'm backing them, I'm backing them? Was it really people who knew them in their life? I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think they had anybody. All right, you guys, popping over here to Andrews. Let's see what we can find out about this young man named Keegan Hayes, 15 years old. And Andrew streamed this 75 minutes ago. So this is where he's talking to Keegan's father. I don't remember anyone but JSB doing it. Then she flipped. Absolutely, Flies, because that's what she said. That's what she, in the beginning, Jody Sue said that she didn't think Don and Candace done anything, especially Candace. And it didn't take very long for him to change his tune. All right, let's see what we can find out about this young man, and I'll keep trying to find the news briefing. So,
up because you want to be able to update, let people know, and see what people can find as well. So we are up, and I got you, bro.
What the hell was that? Sorry, it just sounded like a dog or something. Okay. Hey, Marianne. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Just give me a minute. I have to take down my...
We're live right now, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, Tara just wanted to know because she's trying to get on hers. I got my phone open up on YouTube right now, but...
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you're subbed up or not, but we are. It's called update on missing teen, on teen missing. I had to take down. I usually have what is it there? A caption up type deal with my Cash App and shit on it.
Welcome
I
from
took
the
that off. I have
Marianne.
to take that off and over here as well. None of this is of any importance today. Goodbye. This is not about making money. This is about finding your kid.
Well, that's all I want.
Well, thank you for that, Andrew.
Good
I'm
afternoon.
not about anything else, and I'm being told more stuff about my daughter, and I don't want to speculate or get all hot under the collar about what's going on with my daughter. All I want is both my kids where they are.
Well, okay, so she is home.
Apparently, Fulton County is not the place that they're safe.
So your daughter is home.
No, not as far as I know. She lives elsewhere. That's what I've been being told.
All right. Well, we'll worry about her. As long as she's safe, it's all right.
Now, wait, I'm confused. I'm already confused, Andrew. He's talking about his daughter, but yet his son is missing. I'm confused already, y'all. But maybe it'll be explained.
What I've been trying to worry about, but since it was brought up earlier, that's all I wanted to say on that subject again before somebody else brings it up.
All right. But I put it up that I'm on the phone as a caption that I'm on the phone with you, of course. The missing teen's father, he's 15, last seen in a black hoodie, black
No,
sweatpants.
Anastasia, he doesn't.
Possibility he's on a bike, a bicycle, white one. Last seen at home.
No, just the boy. Just the boy, you guys. I was kind of mixed up too. Obviously, it sounds like that they have a daughter that possibly isn't living with them, but she is. She's okay. She's safe. So we're concentrating on Keegan Hayes.
All right. Yeah. All right, Texas. I know. I went over and asked her for help too. I went over and asked 2 other YouTubers I've seen that were on because I have another channel that has a bunch of YouTubers that does lives like I do, and that goes over. Well, it's basically the true crime community.
Yeah, the daughter lives elsewhere.
So I turned around and I went over there. Update is that right now there's an online Amber Alert. Whether or not they're going to issue an actual one they're probably going to wait until after they go over it at 4 o'clock on the news. Correct?
Yes.
So they're probably going to issue the Amber Alert when they go over it on the news.
And I plan to stay live and active until he is found.
I can only do so much, brother.
I'm just saying I plan to.
I know. Listen, I don't mind helping where I can. You know it. I don't mind helping where I can. I can only do, like I said, I can only do so much myself, given I got little ones. So.
I hear you.
He says which news station's gonna go over it? Oh, and
All of them, it looks like.
What one?
I said all of them, it looks like, but the News Channel 13 is on there.
All right, News Channel 13.
Oh, 13.
Is gonna go over it, I believe. I know one of the news stations will.
That's why I couldn't
reach out
find
to
it.
you guys have reached out to multiple. All right. Sorry, I'm trying not to.
Channel 13,
Jump
New
much
York.
over here.
Because I got a
Still
channel
there,
13
kiddo?
here.
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, so News Channel 13
and 10.
and 10. All right, so those two will have it here about 4 o'clock.
All right,
I will have to
figure
go over and see that myself shortly, but
still no.
it's only 3, so. I know Remain Calm has gone and decided she was and is helping by putting his name and face out there for you. Another realm is also a psychic medium, and she's gonna use her talents to see if she can't help. So
wow,
I mean, you
wish
asked me
she
to
could
reach
help.
out to those and to those that could
That would be
for help, and those are the only 2
incredible
I've seen on at the time.
if she could help in some way.
Other than Benny, but we don't want him involved.
No, Benny.
We don't want him involved. He's got too much shit.
Stay away, Benny.
Holy shit. You are on here. Welcome.
Christina and Chad?
Yeah. They live right around the fucking corner, bro.
3 things right now, so.
Yeah.
But she messaged me in the comments, so I'm trying to go back and forth there too.
Oh no, it's all good. But like I was saying, it's the second number I sent you. Well, that I earlier today.
All right, I just want to try to get some information.
All right, so Do you have time to still stay on, or does she?
Oh, I got time. It's just one. She's just saying whenever you're ready, she's more than willing to help. Just,
Okay.
I know.
What's that?
You just relax, calm down. You're good. You're good. I understand it's very hard and it's not easy. I understand that. I have not been through it, but
this is the thing I want to say
Because I just keep seeing these
about this
posts up, and
missing
now my son's got
child.
an Amber Alert. Anybody who has a kid who's never had to go through this before, it's the most scariest feeling ever.
I know, man.
May very well be right that he might just be hiding out at a friend's house, scared to death of everything. But it's still the point of, on the parent side, it's the scariest thing because you don't know.
Does he skateboard by chance?
I have no idea.
All right.
Please, whoever's going to cover Keegan Hayes' case, 15 years old. I understand that this is social media. I understand that creators are going to create. I understand that every word that this father says is going to be gone over and over and over. And of course, we're all going to have questions. But let's do it in a respectful way, okay? Be respectable about it. That's all I'm asking. I don't know, Anastasia. I'm questioning that myself when he doesn't know if he skateboards or not. So I'll keep playing it, and we'll see if we get some more answers to maybe what we're questioning about. Okay. Another realm is actually a psychic medium. I think it was really cool that Andrew contacted her. It would be very interesting to see what possibly maybe she could come up with or find out. Hopefully anything that anybody can tell us is something good. Yes, he's shown more stress and worry in the little bit of conversation than all the time of Dawn and Candace and them showing any emotion.
Just curiosity. Oh, excuse me. I'm dying over here. Oh, does he? I'm asking his mother.
I keep checking, you guys. I do not.
I just asked his mom.
That's not it.
I mean, it's just simple things. I mean, he could be hanging out, you know, in some of the places. No, the one that I have up is actually on their website.
Okay, where's their website?
Yeah, this is News Channel 10's website.
Okay,
so when the information was sent to them, they used this picture, and not the one that was taken Friday. The last one that was taken Friday. So, I pray tell he never made it to school.
No.
Okay. His hair is jet black now.
Yep.
All right,
and
let me see if I can get this pulled up, y'all.
Black sweatpants and a black hoodie.
Which is more than likely he probably changed by now because it's been wet and rainy and nasty. So he probably dumped someplace to change clothes and get dried off.
Yeah. But I mean, like I said, I don't know. Maybe he's hanging out in some of the old dwellings that are still standing.
Okay, so now he's saying there's a possibility that Keegan could have changed his clothes because of the weather. All right. All right. You guys are hearing this when I am, okay? So I know that you guys are questioning things just as well as I'm questioning things. But let's remember, he's a 15-year-old young man, and he just needs to be found.
Standing that we used to hang in.
I would hope not. I think that thing would. I think any of the old ones that are still up will probably fall with somebody these days.
Oh, nah. Some of the old factories are still standing, my dude.
Okay, hang on.
Yeah, well.
I'm just saying. I mean, a couple of the old factories are still breathing. Which is very strange. But Amber Alert will be issued is going to be issued tonight. News is going to go over it. Let's just hope that we can get this settled quick and easy, and he's home, either in your hands or his mother's. Either way, as long as he's home, it's fine.
Exactly. That's all that we're asking for. His stepmother, my wife, is reaching out as much as she can. I'm on live right now, and I'm hoping to be still on live later with and just want him found. That's all.
I agree.
I'm looking at the news stations, and I can't find it yet.
Everybody, listen. A lot of people are passionate. No, it was a current. I guess the breakup was about a while back with his girlfriend. From my understanding, the ex-girlfriend hasn't seen him, and most of his friends have not seen him.
Yep, that's my understanding as well.
What's the matter, sweetheart?
From his mother, that's my understanding as well. She's reached out to everybody that she can possibly think of, and her boyfriend Chad has also put out info that you might be in the area of Ephrata. We're not 100% certain on that. We just know that he has a friend in Ephrata.
Yeah. I have someone that lives on Division Street. I asked him to ask around. I'm gonna ask him.
Andrew drives me crazy because he does all these different lives. He'll do a live, and then he'll get off and come back. He'll do another live.
Like I said, he lives on the top. On top of Division Street.
Okay, this is the one I'm looking for.
But yes, I understand, guys. These are not our usual cow lady or Don Dumbass Wells lives. But
if I can figure out how to fucking do this, I can update the profile picture on my channel here. But I don't know how to do that.
What is his channel?
I have no clue at this minute, buddy. It's probably you got to do that in your YouTube studio.
Okay, wait. This guy's got a channel.
Do I got to download that?
No. It's YouTube Studio. That's what I just told you.
Ray J. Hayes.
Let
me see if I can find it.
Okay.
Ray J. Hayes.
Give me 1 minute. I just got a reply back. But no, he has not been seen on Division. Basically, what you do is you go to your home page, and then you click, and then you go over your picture that you have now. Are you on? And then you hit it. If you're on phone, that's if you're on PC. I don't know about phone because I'm not on mine. I'm talking to you on it. So, if at all possible,
silly here right now.
Please have a pen and paper. Oh, she wants to know if you'll have a pen and paper ready.
Pen and paper ready for what?
For questions.
Yeah, I guess I can.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm going to do with writing or anything.
At this moment, probably not very well, but it's all right. You got this. I got faith in you. But yeah, from my other friend that lives over on Division Street, nothing. Nobody's seen him.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, listen, dude, any possible spot that I have a friend that where in any other locations he was last seen at, yeah, I'm gonna fucking get a hold of him, see what's up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, News Channel 13 has it out too.
Yep.
I just seen that here.
TV, yeah, we're still looking on TV.
Yeah. Aw, Chad, how sweet. What a good man. Raised them for.
Here we go.
Well, that might as well be half his kid.
Here we go, y'all.
They've been together for over 6 years. Holy
Finally.
fuck.
All right. Let me,
Did you know that?
let's put Andrew on pause here. Hopefully this, be able to. All right, here we go, you guys. Hang on to your horses. I'll make this bigger, okay? Johnstown police search for missing boy. Hang on. Okay. Johnstown police are looking for a missing boy. Keegan Hayes was last seen in Johnstown on October 28, 2023. So today's the 30th. Anyone with information is asked to call Johnstown Police at 518-736-4012. And I'm going to write that number down, and when I do the live stream strictly about Keegan, I will put that up as a banner. Hopefully he's found by tomorrow. I will go in. I will go in tonight and research the dad's interview with Andrew and things that he says, and that's it. That's all they have. That's all they have. Is that he's been missing since the 28th. You know what I find sad is the fact that, let me see. Let's pull this up for a minute. I just wondered why they hadn't actually did the press conference yet. So actually they obviously haven't done the press conference yet. I've been pulling it up. So maybe I'll be able to find it. Hopefully this young man is found by tomorrow. I will be researching everything that I can on it. I will be listening to everything that I can on what this father is saying. And we are definitely going to be talking about it tomorrow. Let's play a little bit more about what the father's saying.
Yeah, him and Chad and Christina's been together for fucking 6 years.
No, I didn't know that.
Damn. All right, another. Thank you, honey. You just be safe. Yes, the updated picture is on my community page.
And I'll be going to Facebook also. I'm not a really keen person on the Facebook stuff, but I do have a Facebook, and I will be going over there and seeing exactly what is being said on Facebook also.
You should be doing about missing kids. It suits you better if you don't mind me saying. She does really good. So I reached out to her to help.
Okay.
Yeah, she's here in chat.
Okay.
She's one of our good psychic mediums.
Oh wait.
She does really good. So I reached out to her to help.
Another realm is saying in chat, trying to get names now. I'll be right back. There is friends who know where he is. So another realm is saying that there's friends who know where he is. Wowsy, wowsy.
Okay.
I hope he is okay. I hope he is just with friends.
Yes, and we are not closed-minded. We take any information we could get, whether it be from a damn parrot talking to us.
Exactly.
At this moment in time, I don't care if it's a cat coming up speaking English for the first time telling me what's going on. This boy needs to be found. Like shit, I don't care if Casper and his homies come flying out the woodwork telling me what's up. Just tell me.
Something's gotta be said somewhere from someone.
I agree.
So this
It's
dad
out,
has
it's literally going
obviously
everywhere.
is saying he's
That's
got
good.
a YouTube
Literally,
channel.
like every time I scroll down, like 2 or 3 posts, it's poof, you see his face. That is good, very good. Wife shared it as well.
RN,
Oh fuck, I'm gonna share it now
this is
too.
my channel.
Just saying.
RJ Hayes.
So I mean, dude, we got you, man.
I appreciate it. It means a lot to me.
Well,
You and everybody else.
I like Another Realm. She's really good. She's our psych. Oh, I'm answering Dippy, by the way. Another Realm. She's really good. She's our psychic medium. Awesomeness, crazy lady. I call everybody crazy, but I'm trying to do 2 things at once, and it's hard to see what the fuck I'm doing.
I don't know.
All right, so that's that.
I'll have to find it. He loves
None of these guys are true crime, so I'm not gonna bother them.
I hope his friends know where he's at too.
Let's go over to my other channel. I'm trying to see who's actually doing a live right now, so I can try to get them to help. I don't know about all that.
There's a couple things that has thrown me
All
off
about her,
already
buddy.
about what the dad has said, but
I really don't want to get this one involved.
Keegan, if you or around your friends are on YouTube or anybody is listening, just please call somebody.
Keegan Hayes, remain calm here. If you're all right and you're with your friends, we understand you're 15, okay? But fucking call somebody, man. If you're all right, let somebody know you're all right. If you're okay, you know, you're 15. Us older people get it. We really do. We get it. But you also have to realize that, you know, obviously people care about you. They're looking for you. Just let somebody know that you're okay. This is the thing about these young people today, and I pray that Keegan's okay. When I was growing up, when I was younger, we were told to go the fuck outside and don't come in till it got dark. And we knew to stay within our neighborhood. At any time, the parents can pick up the phone and call a couple blocks down the road and say, hey, is so-and-so been out there? Oh, yeah, they're out there right now. Okay, you know, hey, your mom, your dad said to get your asses home. It's not like that anymore. It's not like that anymore.
Either it's getting the worse that this feeling is getting, that something happened to you, bud.
Now, now our psychic medium, another realm, says that she was getting a reading with him around skateboards and possibly a skate park. but there's only one place that Gloversville, Johnstown had a skate park, and that's over by the cop shop.
Yeah,
That's a local.
That was a long time ago. There ain't even a ramp there anymore.
Yeah, but I'm saying that's like a local fucking hangout for kids anyway.
Now, see, my son used to hang out at the skate park when he was younger, and these kids, you know, they hang out with all these other kids, and you know, these people, these kids, they, even when the skate park closes down, these kids still keep up with each other, right? After years. I mean, a couple of them's not done real well in life, you know, but these kids, there's just a friendship there that's forever. A lot of these little towns, they start out having a skate park for these kids to have something to do, and then all of a sudden the skate park's gone. These kids have nothing to do in these little towns.
Yeah, and I'm sure that if he was there, something he would have been picked up by now.
I'm not sure. I mean, what better place to hide than in plain sight?
Granted, but I don't know.
I know. I mean, at least it's a start.
I just don't. Yeah, I mean, if anybody's local in that area right now, yeah, go ahead and take a look. But if there's nothing there to look at, like, why would it be there?
Well, you got to remember, they never tore down that old falling apart bridge. They could be chilling out over there or over that area in the woods, in a little bit of woodings right
so
there.
where's the dad live?
You know how it is. I mean, the gazebos are right across the block from it, where kids skateboard nowadays. His YouTube channel is not currently up at the second.
Oh, okay.
I'm
Well,
not.
that answered my question right there.
Yeah, but if he's just chilling there and the fucking gazebos are right there in that area, they need to look out their damn window.
Yeah, right. But no, he doesn't exactly, his YouTube channel, he doesn't exactly have somebody make a TikTok video for him and send to his friends. I mean, that would be good. I mean, right now I kind of can't do any of that. I don't.
Yeah, I'm on TikTok like that, but yeah, that'd be appreciated. That work.
I don't really have any. I'm on the phone with him, so.
Well, Tara's on TikTok.
I'm kind of confused on a couple things.
I don't know.
It's very easy. And this is just malarkey. I mean, I understand he's upset. I understand he was pissed off, but this is just.
I'm gonna be doing.
This is already. Haha! It was a joke. It was a joke. It was a joke for the weekend. But now you're not in school. Okay, Joe. I mean,
how many runaways do you know that show up to school for the next day? I mean.
Well, listen. Me and you used to dip out on the weekends and then go to school on Monday and then get yelled at by our parents Monday night and then do it all over again the following Friday.
Oh yeah, we just made an appearance and we walk out the side door.
Shut up.
That's what these kids are doing today. They're probably just not going because they're like, oh no, if I go, they're gonna get called or something.
Well, listen, that was how our parents knew what the hell we were doing. It's because we go to school on the Monday just long enough to check in, eat lunch, and then leave.
Yep.
And then our parents knew exactly what was up. Okay, they're still breathing.
Pretty much.
Because my mom watches my lives, and obviously I have her on Facebook.
Yeah.
So, but yeah.
Now, person having some information now.
Yeah, and I mean, I understand, you know, like I tell my kid
all the time. I can find the news.
I tell my kids all the time, like, listen, this is
maybe it's come up by now.
You know.
And even if it was legit that
Channel 13.
That you had to get the fuck out. It didn't mean right that very second or try to sneak out when they're sleeping.
Right? I mean, okay, you pissed me off. Get the fuck out of my house. Fuck you. I'm going to my room.
Exactly.
I will let her know as soon as Nye gets a hold of me. You think possibility he could have hurt his head?
Lisa. I went to go ask her, but she was sleeping in the bed and told me that she doesn't know.
We won't know until night gets here. Yeah,
That's what I told her.
all right. There's no ravine close to us. I don't know if there's one in. Is there one in Ephrata?
Is there one in Ephrata?
Ravine of some sort.
No, I'm doing the same
Yeah,
thing.
there's a ravine or two out there in that direction.
All they're doing is giving out the number to call the Johnstown Police Department. And I got that wrote down.
You know Brandon?
No, I mean, it could be a number of Brandon. His age, our age.
By the small of it, his age and bullying.
No, I don't know any of the people, any of the kids that Keegan knows. I'll put that on record right now. So if you want to know who Keegan knows, that would have to be a question for his mother.
Well, she ain't been active in 39 minutes.
Well, she might be.
So we're dealing with.
I will have to ask them when they get back. When they get back on. At the moment, so. Bullying. Yes, he has a couple Facebooks, yes, but he's not on them.
Not that I'm aware of.
So we're talking about a boy who
my wife has reached out quite a few different times on his
is
Facebook,
not on social media at all.
Or if he doesn't check it.
Hey, Vic, darling.
Right now we got from another realm.
Vic, not to change the subject here. Would you please come on my panel on Halloween while I got you here and you're listening? And Cheryl, too, if she would. On the 31st, which is tomorrow. Anytime that you want. It would be smart if they had a friendly tip number for lost kids who don't want to go home. Yeah, but he's 15. So that would put someone in a very, very precarious situation if a 15-year-old calls them and says, I'm okay, but I don't want to go home. I don't know if I'd want to be that person that would have that knowledge. Well, I'm going to find all that out short note. I'm going to find all that out, and we're going to go through all of it tomorrow, I promise. Because I know it's kind of confusing right now.
She's our psychic medium. Possible from what she's picking up with what she does. All right. Possible hitting of head, falling, and a Brandon bullying. So I'll take those, and I will ask the mother if any of it.
So maybe he was on his skateboard and he got bullied and he fell and hit his head. Another realm is these are the little notes that she's giving Andrew right now.
Bullying, fighting. Okay. So I will figure RJ and I will bump our heads with the mother and see if any of that makes any sense.
Yeah, because I don't know, because that's kind of mixed messages. I appreciate that info, but it could be he was getting bullied or he was doing the bullying with this Brandon kid. I don't know.
Well, from the way that she sent it, it's bullying. She's getting bullying me and Brandon.
Bullying,
as in bullying Keegan, as in Brandon kid bullying Keegan.
Oh, okay.
All right. Sorry, I was trying to. She kind of put it ass backwards.
Wow.
Yeah. So, so we're gonna see what we can do. Bump our head, see if any of that makes any sense. Ravine. I mean, there is one or two up by Ephrata. I mean, it could be the way the river is that makes it look the way that the Hudson is, because in some spot it does look like it does have a ravine type look.
the freaking
So it could be
press
that.
conference.
You
I
know,
don't remember. It's been a long time since I've been out in that area, so I don't even remember.
yeah. So it could be that.
There wasn't a time
So we'll have
difference
to
for
possible injury.
me and
At this
Andrew.
point in time, anything is possible. But we don't want to think about that. We don't want to think about that. That's a no-fly zone. We're not going to think that part.
I don't want to think about the fact that he could be out of your radar because he might just end up going further once he notices his face on TV.
Well, how far up could he go?
I have no idea.
He's fucking 15.
He can go a long ways.
Drunk, so
That's
Shut
15.
up. Dude, shut up.
that's all I'm saying on that subject.
Shut up. You're going to make me arrested at this young age. Nah, he said. But listen, so from what my understanding is, right at this moment, only possibility I think of as a ravine wise would be obviously fucking Alfreda and
Well, go look,
close
Andrew.
to home. We don't have a ravine close to home. I mean, do we have
Some spots on the bike trail that I guess you could consider like kind of
a ravine?
the way a little ravine-ish type going towards Johnstown.
Yeah, and then you got what looks like the way that the water is, the way that the sides of the bank look. You could consider it as a ravine going towards up past Frog Hollow.
Yeah.
Thank you. But close to home, I mean, that could be where does it?
Okay, you guys, I'm going to stop that there. I've been on here almost 3 hours. I don't know, short note. No, it didn't say someone has seen him. Yeah, Messy Jesse said someone has seen him. He will be home soon. So I guess we'll see if he comes home or not. Thank you, Teresa. She said, if I can hike 30 miles in the mountains in 2.5 days, a 15-year-old can walk that plus more. That's what I was saying when he was talking about him being on his bike. And let me tell you, there were times when I got pissed off when I was little. And when you're mad and the adrenaline's kicking in, your ass can go a long ways. A long ways. So we are going to pray that this young man gets home safely. Obviously, he was living with his mother because he got in an argument with his mother. I'm going to find out all the information that I can. I just need a little bit of time to research. Sometimes it's a little easier if I do some research and without being live, and then you guys ain't gotta sit and listen to stuff that doesn't make any sense. So we're definitely sending out prayers galore for this 15-year-old. And Keegan, I know you're probably not listening to Remain Calm, but I'm telling you, please contact someone. Let them know you're okay. Obviously, you have people who care about you and they want you found. And, like I said to some of the creators, please be respectful if you're going to cover this young man missing. Just be careful in how you cover it and things that you say or questions that you may have. I don't care what anybody says. You all can do it in a respectful way. You can ask the hard questions in a respectful way. Please don't let this young man be found and come home to people saying the most hateful things about his mother, his father, whoever. It's not cool to do that. He's 15 years old. He definitely I'm sure we'll hear whatever any of us YouTubers are saying. And, I think it can be handled in a certain way. But like I said, we're all going to have questions. I've already got questions with just a little bit I've heard already. So hopefully he will be home by tomorrow. We're all praying he will be home tonight. And I hope Messy Jesse's right and that someone's seen him and he'll be home soon. So we're definitely, that's the way we want to look at that. That's the way we want to think about it. I definitely will be going over this tomorrow. I apologize that, my stuff about Summer's case going on kind of got sidetracked. I apologize for that. We will get back on track with that. I know exactly what I had pulled up, what I was showing, what we were talking about. And I appreciate you guys and your opinions and your theories and your comments. You guys are so intelligent. And the way that you think is, maybe that's why you're my subs and stuff, because, it's like sometimes we're on the same wavelength, and some of you guys say things and I'm like, that's exactly what I was thinking. So, but of course, without you guys, I wouldn't be here anyway. So, Eve, I adore you. I'm sorry I didn't get your text that you had to go, but it's okay, darling. It's quite all right. I love you. I appreciate you so much. You're the best mod in the whole world. All my mods are very special. Squirrel Girl and Miss Lisa Kleckner wasn't here today, so I hope she's doing well. And it's okay if she didn't get to make it. But yeah, Squirrel Girl and Flies, and I wouldn't know what to do without you guys. None of you mods. You guys are also good, and you're very respectful to people, and I appreciate that so much. And I appreciate my chat being very respectful to each other. And you guys are good people. You really are, and I like that good people come over and hang out with me, and no nonsense drama stuff. So we're definitely going to get back on Summer's case. This is just a handful. This is just a handful of my notes. But what I want to do for sure is pull up the timeline. Pull up the timeline again. I have a really nice, extensive timeline. And so I definitely want to get into, I'm going to have to put that back in the bag. Definitely want to get into that. And, it's just time Summer's brought home. It's time she's found. It's time that, this is my opinion. People a long time ago should have cut Dawn and Candace off. They shouldn't have allowed them to keep coming on panels and playing a game. And that's what they did, played a game. And it's sad. Thank you, Squirrel Girl. Thank you, Short Note. Thank you, Age. We like you over here, Age. We like you coming and hanging out. And I commend you big time for all your work with the Special Olympics. That is an awesome thing. An awesome thing. And you're always welcome here. Always, always. And don't you forget it. So, but I appreciate you guys. I'm going to get off here. I haven't eaten today and I'm hungry. So I'm going to go find me something to eat. Was today a good time? Was 2 o'clock a good time for you guys? Would you like for me to go earlier or later? I totally leave it up to you guys because you know, a lot of times I'll go live a little bit later and people are eating and cooking dinner and stuff like that, which I don't mind that at all. You know, I try to be a little bit convenient for you guys too. So Squirrely Girl says yes. About the same time. So 2 o'clock. I will see you guys at 2 o'clock. And like I said, I'm going to spend the rest of the evening, and I am going to put myself into this Keegan Hayes situation. We are going to find out what we can find out, and if we have questions, we're going to ask questions. Maybe I'm not going to say 1,000%, but if he's not home by tomorrow, which we pray he is, maybe his dad might even come over and have a conversation with us and answer some of our questions and things like that. But like I said, what's the most important thing is for this young man to come home. Okay? He needs to come home. So I hope Messy Jesse's right and he comes home. If that happens and Mr. Keegan does come home, it'll be Summer Wells that we'll be going over. And like I said, I've still got so many notes and stuff. And so if you guys, you know, if you have something that you want to, you know, want to talk about, just put it in chat. If you want my opinion on something, just say, hey, you know, what's your opinion on this or that? Or like I said, I don't do that because I'm trying to be a bitch. And I always feel really bad when I have to ask somebody to go back and change a word, right? Some people get offended by that, and it doesn't have anything to do with me. It's got to do with YouTube, okay? So thank you, Pat. But yeah, we're definitely, you know, going to be moving on tomorrow. Like I said, hopefully Keegan comes home. I worked Special Olympics with their tennis program, my first job. That is so cool, Birdie. That is so cool. It is. The Special Olympics is a wonderful organization. Just wonderful. I love watching the Special Olympics. Them little team members get so excited. You can't help but to just feel like a sense of joy when you watch them, and they give it their all, and it is great. It is great. So thank you guys very much. I'm going to get off there, and I will see you at 2 o'clock tomorrow, and I will make sure that I schedule that tonight and make sure my time's right. Eve, we love you, so we'll see you tomorrow, girl, and thank you, Maud, so much. You guys are great. Thank you so much. I appreciate you all. Like I said, anybody needs to contact me, please send me an email. I promise I'm going to start looking at them every day. I'm glad that my friend got her email from me, and I'm really glad that that things are looking really good for her. And of course, I pray for everybody who has any situations going on. And but yeah, I'm always around, so I ain't going nowhere. I appreciate you guys. It don't cost a dime to be kind. If you gotta get a little feisty, you go right ahead and do it. I almost got pretty feisty talking about Dawn Wells again today, so I'm sure that's gonna come. That will come tomorrow, because I just have a feeling Keegan's gonna be home. Keegan, you better be home. So we've got stuff to cover. So thank you guys so much, and keep Keegan in your prayers, keep Summer in your prayers, keep Little Monkey Blonde in your prayers. These sick people need to stop doing this to our children. they need to stop. So, all right, I'm going to go, because if I don't, I'll end up talking for another hour. All right, I appreciate you guys so much. Have a good night, and I will catch you tomorrow. And for those of you that it's freaking cold, try to stay warm, because it's pretty chilly here. I know, pretty freaking chilly. Yeah, send them to me, H. Send them to me, and I will gladly share them if you want me to. I will do that. All right, gotta go. Peace out. Everybody have a good night.